very impressive turnout. Something like 230 people here today, of which I gather half are not from the Channel Islands, a very significant achievement.
The government here has positioned us to be successful in financial services and to be a respected international finance centre.
Jersey and Guernsey are linked to the EU by a thin umbilical cord which deals with trading goods.
Barriers to entry used to be what we did to our competition. But actually, we're doing it to our customers.
The force of the synchronized crash in global economies and markets last year was astonishing. But the event itself is less surprising.
I think it's been a very successful event so far. We've had a whole range of speakers, and although we're living in times which potentially offer a lot of threats to the island, I think many of the sessions have focused on the opportunities which exist.
There were delegates from all over the world, which I think is really important, and it underlines the kind of presence that the CISX, over its, I think, 11 years of history now, has managed to bring out in the Channel Islands.
I think it's going really well so far. We've had some very interesting speeches. It's a very vibrant atmosphere, so it's going really well, I think.
I'm delighted with the calibre of speakers, obviously, and some are very well known to me. I've heard speak in other places, and I brought them here to really deliver to the local audience and to the members' clients a broad range of topics that are very, very relevant in our market today.
You've got a £100 million loan, 5% interest. Over the first year, there'll be £5 million worth of interest.
But enough about the good news. A crisis breeds all sorts of wonderful opportunities in all asset classes.
We'd like to give you our respective perspectives on why the Channel Islands continue to be an effective place to structure companies.
The amount of work that's gone into this must be enormous, but I think in terms of the publicity and the PR, not only for the exchange but for Guernsey as a whole, I think it's been excellent.
It's not a conference that's just focusing on detail. There's been very interesting talks on emerging markets, investment, some technical areas on tax structuring. There's been some very important points made about Guernsey and Jersey's history and constitution, and on what's happening in the regulatory world. I mean, that's a huge mix, but I think to be up to speed in what's happening at the moment, you need to have all those areas covered.
It's been a very successful event indeed. When you look in the UK, when a lot of conferences have been struggling for delegates as a result of the crisis, there's no sign of that at this conference today at all.
I'm delighted for the support, both from our members, the initiatives, the gold sponsors. We've attracted people here from all over the world. Really a way to demonstrate what the Channel Islands, what we're made of.
I think the quality of the delegates speaks for itself, and the quality of the presentations, and indeed the ability of the speakers has so far ensured a very successful event, and there's every indication that this will be at the start of something that will grow in size and importance in the years ahead. So I would give the Channel Islands Stock Exchange 10 out of 10.